Welcome to DCTV News. I'm Anu. The first charges have been filed in the investigation into Russian meddling in the 2016 U.S. presidential election, and anyone charged could be taken into custody as soon as Monday. Also on the show, the Spanish government has stripped Catalonia of its autonomy and has taken charge of its government. And finally, Apple has begun accepting pre-orders for its new flagship device, iPhone X, ahead of its November 3rd launch. According to a CNN report, a federal grand jury in Washington on Friday approved the first charge in the investigation led by special counsel Robert Mueller, according to sources briefed on the matter. The charges are still sealed under orders from a federal judge. Plans were prepared Friday for anyone charged to be taken to custody as soon as Monday. We are unclear what the charges are. A spokesman for the special counsel's office declined to comment. Robert Mueller was appointed in May to lead the investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election, shortly after President Trump abruptly fired the FBI director, James Comey. The anchor on MSNBC seemed unsure whether to believe the report filed by CNN. Here's a quick clip from the show.
A story that is breaking, that CNN just broke, and we've been debating about it. Go with it because it is CNN's story, and we cannot independently confirm it. Okay, so a lot of the reporting they do at that institution is fine reporting, and this is what they are reporting. I cannot tell you that our reporters have the same information. But what they are reporting is that there are the first charges filed in the Mueller probe. Now, to be clear here, we don't know who the charges are against. They're sealed, according to the reports that CNN has filed. We don't have a ton of information beyond that, frankly. Obviously, if this is true, and I'm only saying if this is true because this is an extremely big deal.
Now I think we have Nick Ackerman, former assistant Watergate prosecutor, on the phone here.
You certainly do. I'm here, yes.
And we don't know who this will be taken against, but what is your initial reaction?
My reaction is that you normally don't ask for an indictment to be sealed unless you believe that the person against whom the indictment has been made is about to flee the jurisdiction or the country. So it may turn out to be somebody that we don't even know about at this point. And presumably, unlike someone like Manafort, who's been told he's a target, meaning he is a putative defendant already, and would certainly be able to flee just based on that, I suppose. This may be somebody we have not heard about up to this point.
That would be astounding if it's true. Mr. Ackerman, do you think, from being on the team during the Watergate prosecution, that the first thread is being tugged?
Say this again. I think that the first indictment is going to be something that ties in not just the plain sort of things that we know about Manafort and his dealings with Russia, but I would be surprised if this doesn't directly strike at the heart of this whole collusion issue. If I were the prosecutor, I would make my first charges be based on that. That's sort of the big issue that's out there. And politically, I think if I were, they could have filed charges against Manafort at any point here. I think if I were Mueller, I'd be looking to bring charges that directly brought in this collusion issue.
The Spanish government has stripped Catalonia of its autonomy and has taken charge of its government. Catalonia voted in a referendum on the 1st of October, which had been declared illegal by the Spanish government. The High Court of Justice of Catalonia had issued orders to the police to try to prevent it, including the detention of various people responsible for its preparation. This did not stop over 2 million people from voting to decide whether Catalonia should declare independence. The measures early on Saturday came after the Catalan parliament voted to declare independence on Friday. On Friday, PM Mariano Rajoy announced the dissolution of the regional parliament and the removal of the Catalan leader, and has called for snap local elections. Demonstrations for and against independence went on into the night. A large rally for the unity of Spain and the Constitution is being held in Madrid. Here's the Spanish PM Mario Rajoy address to the Senate.
I am here to ask for your support for an issue you know very well, the agreement of the cabinet which was announced last Saturday. I will be underscoring certain aspects, and I hope that my speech will help you to make a decision with the full knowledge of the facts. The use of Article 155 of the Spanish Constitution is not something that governments are used to doing. It's the first time since 1978, the date on which our constitution was adopted, that we have decided to invoke this article. So this is an exceptional measure to face extraordinary circumstances. This could have serious consequences for many people. I won't go into any detail, but I think it is necessary to remind you of certain points, the most important points about what has happened in Catalonia in recent days. These milestones will be useful. The laws were ignored, and the constitution and the status of autonomy were not respected. It was certainly the worst violation of the constitution since it was established 40 years ago.
Also today, Apple has quashed concerns of muted demand, saying that iPhone X pre-orders are off the charts. The company's shares, which have fallen steadily since it announced in early September that it will launch 2 iPhones within 2 months, rose nearly 3% in response. Pre-orders for the much-anticipated 10th anniversary phone started from 12:01 a.m. on Friday. We can see the initial response. Customer demand is off the charts, an Apple spokesman told Reuters. We're working hard to get this revolutionary new product into the hands of every customer who wants one, as quickly as possible. The company's website showed delivery times pushed out to 5 to 6 weeks for the phone, compared to the initial plan of November 3rd. Analysts have cautioned that production of the phone was below target due to difficulties in producing the true depth camera system, which houses sophisticated cameras and sensors, making it possible to unlock the phone using Face ID. This is all we have time for today. Please do subscribe and also check out our new website for more articles at dctv.webflow.io. Thank you and goodbye for now.
Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.